Shomai Bob. Hello everyone. I'm Jason Shepherd from the Learn Welsh podcast, and I don't know if you can hear it, but that's a plane flying overhead. Just as I started to record, plane goes overhead. I know. Anyway, today we are looking at those lists that you find on, everywhere online. Usually they're things like top 30 reasons, top 30 things you'll know if you were born in the UK in the 80s. 30 things you'll know if you were born in Wales. Those kind of things. And today we're going to look at one of those and we're going to see if it's accurate. Now there's loads of things on this list, so we may have to break this up into 2 videos, but we'll see how it goes. So let's have a look. The list is called, got my trusty iPad here so we can have a look, Things Only Welsh People Understand. If you're not from here, you best look at these. It says, maybe you're visiting, moving to Wales, or here for university or college. These tips will help you a lot. Well, let's see how accurate these tips are. Number 1, we have the best flag in the world. Fact, it's got a freaking dragon on it. I agree with this one. It is my favourite flag of all the flags. I mean, what other flag has a dragon standing in battle pose ready to fight, like in Game of Thrones? There are other dragon flags, but not any as cool as ours. I humbly have to say, yes, that is right. We have the best flag in the world. Don't you agree with me, Red Dragon? Yes, see, he does. He agrees with me. Okay. Number 2. When you hear the word year, it can mean 3 things. Year, or year. Okay, I'll say it the English way. Year, the year, or here. And that's true. I often say, I'll meet you here in a minute. Or I'll say, 1999 was the year of the millennium. Or I would say, this is my year. Year, and year. That's totally accurate for South Wales anyway. I say that all the time. And everybody usually understands what you're talking about, as long as it's in context. Number 3. Tidy does not mean neat. It means good. You should say, that's tidy, usually followed by confirmation of your statement with a repetition, that's tidy, that is. Actually, you shouldn't say tidy without saying mun after it. That's tidy, mun. Oh, mun, that's tidy. Now, I have to say, I don't hear tidy very often. Maybe it depends what part of Wales you're in. That it's one of those things that's a little bit of a stereotype. There's probably places where people use it a lot. I don't hear it. Buzzin. Oh, it's buzzing, man. Oh, buzzing. Oh, foul, unpleasant. Nothing to do with bees or sounds. I don't hear the word buzzing as meaning foul or unpleasant. I've never heard it in that context. I've only heard it as, that's buzzing, man. That's it. Oh, yeah. I don't know if that's Welsh. Oh, if you listen to that music, it's buzzing. I've heard it in that context. As foul or smelling? No. Or unpleasant? No, I haven't heard that. This is a Welsh language one as well. Oh, you're tup. Tup meaning stupid or a bit thick. Yeah, you hear that in English and Welsh. Oh, man, he's tup, he is. He's stupid, he is. Your bus and taxi driver is called, this is number 7, is called drive. Oh yeah, I missed number 6. We'll come back to it. Your bus and taxi driver is called drive. It doesn't matter what bus or taxi he drives, and you must thank him when you exit the bus. Now, I don't know about taxis, but definitely buses. I go on the bus and I say, all right, drive, or hey, drive. And then when I get off the bus, I always thank him. Thanks, drive. Some people will say thanks, driver, or just thank you. But everybody thanks the driver when they get off the bus. And I only found out a couple of years ago that this isn't normal everywhere, that this is a Welsh thing. But yeah, all over Wales, people say, cheers, drive, which is what I would say, or thanks, drive. Number 6, we'll go back to that one. Being told, I won't lie to you, doesn't necessarily mean you aren't about to get lied to. In fact, it's quite likely you are. Well, yeah, I've used this phrase. It's not something that you use when you're telling people that you're not lying. It's more of an emphasis. I won't lie to you, and then you go on to say whatever you're going to say. Right. Oh, I know this one. Chopsy, meaning talkative. And it says here it has nothing to do with pork chops. Now, I've not heard chopsy in years, but when I was a kid, I used to hear that all the time. Don't be chopsy to adults. Stop chopsing. You are chopsy. It's not right. Yeah, maybe something they use with kids, but I used to hear that all the time. Number 9. There is rarely a need for fifth gear when heading west in your car, I assume. You'll probably be stuck behind a tractor of some sort. Yeah, that happens a lot. I lived in Swansea most of my life, and in the Gower Peninsula, which is a very small sort of farming kind of area. Very, very beautiful, very small, narrow roads. You would often get stuck behind a tractor. And they say it's the same up west. I'm not sure. I haven't travelled loads on those kind of roads. I want to travel more up that way. But yeah, in Wales, getting stuck behind a tractor can happen on the small, more countryside type of roads. This is a very good one for where I come from, because I come from Swansea originally, as I just said. No one will ever arrive now. It'll take at least a minute. So the big saying is, I'll be there now in a minute. I'll be there now in a minute, or I'll meet you by there now in a minute. So now in a minute literally means I'll meet you now in a minute. No, it literally means I'll meet you shortly. But so many people say it, and I'm one of those people, and I love it. Okay, number 11. Even though it's not his surname, everybody calls him Dai Llaeth, Dai the Milk. Now, I come from a more anglicised part of Wales, so we would hear things like Dai the Milk, Morgan the Bread, and they would use these kind of names for people who had certain jobs: the breadman, the milkman, uh, Sean the grocer, that kind of thing. You don't hear it so much now, but years ago you used to hear it all the time. Um, Number 12. Sorry, I keep licking my lips. For some reason, I need to cut my moustaches. They are tickling me today. There we go. Right, number 12. Whose coat is that jacket? Makes total sense. Well, yes, it does. But at the same time, you never hear anybody say this except on Gavin and Stacey. Or if people want to say, oh, those people up in Newport and Cardiff, this is what they say. But I never hear this. Maybe you do. If you do, put it down in the comments. Let us know. And any of these, if you hear them and I haven't, let me know about them. Because it's interesting to know these things. Right, let's have a look. Number 13. The word you'll probably hear more than any other is like. This does not mean you actually like something. It doesn't really mean anything. Like? Yeah, you hear this a lot. People saying, I went down the shop like, and then I walked down and, I met John like, you know what like, like. That's all you hear people saying like all the time. It's not as bad as it used to be, but you do hear it. But yeah, some people use it every other word. Oh, go. Yeah, you know what I mean, like. Being called good boy doesn't mean you've been well behaved. In fact, it means the exact opposite. You might also hear dear boy used in the same way. This is not an affectionate term. No, it's not. I'll give you an example. What on earth do you think you're doing, good boy? How dare you do that to that person, good boy? Well, good boy. What's happening here? So yeah, it's never used in a good way. So let's look at number 15, which is, got to be honest with you, is far from a guarantee of honesty, not even close. This is like that one we had earlier, which was, let's have a look, like I won't lie to you. It's similar to that, it's kind of emphasis. I'm about to tell you the big part of the story maybe. Oh, I gotta be honest with you, and then they go on to tell you whatever they're going to tell you. What is not is somebody about to bare their soul and tell you where all the bodies are buried. Sorry, it's not that kind of thing. It's just a kind of emphasis on the story, really. I'm about to tell you something interesting, fun. Got to be honest with you. That is the first 15. If you agree with these comments that I've made, or you have heard some of these things that I haven't heard, or don't hear anymore and you still hear them, like tidy, I never hear that anymore. But if you do, drop us a comment. Let us know below. It'd be interesting for all of us to hear more about all the things that are still being said or heard in Wales. Now, there are another 15 of these. We're going to leave that till the next video. Hope you've enjoyed today. If you have enjoyed, please give us a big thumbs up because that really helps the channel. Also, if you would like to subscribe, click on the subscribe button. If you want to be notified for all of our videos, click on the little bell next to the subscribe button. If you would like to, if you like what we are doing here and you want to support us, there are now 2 ways, because I know not everybody likes Patreon. So Patreon is one, www.patreon.com/learnwelshpodcast. When you donate there, we give you some extra learning materials for those of you that are learning Welsh. If you don't like Patreon, there is another way. Go to learnwelshnow.co.uk and find out about the Learn Welsh Podcast Club. It's $5.99 a month, or it's a little bit cheaper if you pay yearly for everything. All the money that you give us will help us, will support us in making this channel as good as it can be. And if you do like our videos, but you are not into learning Welsh, once a week I do a Welsh language video teaching Welsh, and then the other video of the week is normally something that's sort of fun about Wales. It might be a reaction video, it might be some news, some interesting Welsh news, or it may be looking at lists like these. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and I shall see you soon. Hwyl! Bye!